Tiniest people.
Although it is never seen and never heard.
Did you see his little hands?
And reveals the biggest monsters.
In 7 short years, he could become a gigantic predator.
A Walking with Dinosaurs special at 4:35 is the Ballad of Big Al.
You're not going to do me stupid, are you?
It'll be an unforgettable Christmas in Albert Square. Eastenders at 5:15.
I'm the king of the world!
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You learn to take life as it comes at you.
And Kate Winslet.
Put your hands on me, Jack.
Star in the network premiere of Titanic at 5:45. Followed by a second helping of Eastenders at 10 to 9. A Christmas Day feast on BBC1.
The first of our smash hit movie blockbusters for the festive season now on BBC1. Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum star in Independence Day.
Christmas Day brings brand new comedy to BBC One with Victoria Wood at 9:20.
Mavis.
Yeah?
Your skirt's up your knickers.
I appreciate your honesty.
Bye bye, baby, baby.
The Royal Family at 10:10.
Bye-bye, Debra, baby.
And Before They Were Famous returns with a brand new instalment, Before They Were Famous 5.
See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Oh, this is Christmas, I can buy a bra!
All the stars and all the laughs. Christmas Day on BBC One.
The mother-in-law from hell.
Come on, Claire, she's just a harmless old lady.
And her long-lost sister
Is she dangerous?
make one family's Christmas murder.
Says she killed her own mother.
But she said it was an accident.
Suggesting my brother has murderous intent towards you. Do you realise how bonkers that makes you sound?
Glass, how much more proof do you want, Fergus?
A Christmas mystery.
If you didn't find my friend, you can't have looked properly. Let go of my hand, you patronizing creep.
The Sleeper starts Boxing Day at 9:15 and concludes Wednesday at 9:05 on BBC One.
No, in my house, you know.
One man against the system.
I'm willing to buy you out. You've just made a very serious mistake.
Colin Firth is Donovan Quick.
Must resist them. It only takes one person to inspire another and another and another.
Thursday at 9 on BBC One.
Not for sensitive ears now on BBC One. Strong language in a festive special that they think it's all over.
Go off on his way.
Oh dear.
Goodness me!
Problems there.
Hey, look at that! Have you ever seen anything like that? And here comes Hurst. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Here's our wholesome Christmas show for children and old folk. And here's the man who'll spoil it all, a croaky bloke from Stoke.
Well, thanks to our Christmas fairy, and if you think that's impressive, the Have I Got News For You Christmas show has got Peter Mandelson. Yes, it's a special panto edition. On my right, we have team captain Mother Goose, although maybe Duck Whittington would have been more appropriate. Both ends of a pantomime cow, and their special guest, an actor who, in the brief gaps between pantos, managed to squeeze in the World Heavyweight Championship. In his ringmaster costume from Goldilocks and the Three Bears at the Milton Keynes Theatre, Frank Bruno. On my left is another team captain. Last year he refused to dress as Little Bo Peep. This year he refused to dress as Snow White. It's Grumpy. Alongside him is Widow Twanky, at least I think that's what they said. And their special guest, a man who claims to be the only Iranian comedian in the world. A bit of a surprise there for Tarani Corbett and Max Muller. It's the genie of the lamp, Omid Jalili. David, incidentally, has been out in central London buying us all Christmas presents. He had a bit of trouble parking, though. His butler couldn't get his loose change in the parking meter. Right, round one, and it's Sporting Bluff, where the teams try to work out who on the other side is telling the truth and who are lying through their teeth. We begin the show with a spiritual question. David, Jonathan and Frank, we take you to Arsenal Football Club in this season of goodwill to all strikers.
Here's Ljungberg for them now with the back heel, and there's Bergkamp's shot, that's 2-0.
Vieira. Would you believe it? Mistake by Sinclair, and here is Perez, who finishes superbly.
You saw goals by Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira and Robert Pires. Now, Arsenal have recently enlisted the aid of the Christian Church in their push for the Championship. But how, Gary's team?
An exorcist has been consulted in a bid to cure Dennis Bergkamp's fear of flying.
A Catholic priest has been brought in so that Patrick Vieira can take communion before every match.
A local vicar has been persuaded to bless Robert Pires's underpants.
Arsenal got a lot of French players now, even my limited football knowledge, I know that.
Yeah.
Down at Highbury now, do they chant, Qui mange tu le pain? Two gross pasta, go mange tu le pain? Gary, may I say how splendid you look tonight?
He looks like a turd.
Quite splendid as well. I was going to say, I didn't know whether to shake your hand or flush your way when you first came out. What was it you said that he had his pants blessed, his wife once blessed? A young, virile French footballer would not wear wife once. He'd have a thong, maybe. But Frank, you being a boxer, what do you favour?
I think the old boxers, you know, it's got a lot of room and the space.
You do actually wear boxer shorts?
Definitely, so they can hang a little bit more better and have a bit more fresh air, Jonathan. Yeah.
You don't like to be bothered?
Sometimes a Black and Decker likes to be bothered, but when you're wearing boxers, there's a lot of room to play around. I know it's a family show and it's 12 o'clock.
It's Christmas. Frank, can I just point out, you know, I am genuinely a fan of yours, you know that. And not just your panto work, I mean your boxing as well.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
But do you all remember the night he fought Tyson, don't you? And do you remember the choices we had to make? You had to make whether you wanted to stay up late and watch it, get your mates round, pay for the pay-per-view, stay up late and watch it, or you could record it, you could sleep and watch it in the morning. Yeah. Which I believe is what you did, Frank.
Definitely.
That was a great night.
You
want to clear that up?
Fresh. I'm not Chris, you can relax. I don't threaten to kill you.
I think we need to defer to you, our beautiful one.
We think it's the underpants. So you think Rory was telling the truth? Let's see if you're right. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Rory spoke the truth. Robert Pires has had his underpants blessed by his local priest at the instigation of Pires's mother. He said, I kept the same pair of pants on as long as we kept winning. I've been like that for the last 7 years. Mrs. Pires sent her son's pants back and forth to the local priest for 7 years without washing them. It was the only package in the French postal system with cannot bend written on it. Robert Pires said he was stunned when he first came to England by the brutality and ugliness of British football. And that was just Martin Keown's face in the arrival scene. Now, in the spirit of religious balance, Gary's team, your question is about fundamentalist Islam and football as played in Afghanistan. Now, when the Pakistan team visited Afghanistan sometime after this, the entire side was arrested by the Taliban's religious police. So, David's team, what was it the Taliban objected to?
The Taliban arrested the Pakistan team for wearing shorts.
The Taliban arrested the Pakistan team for not wearing beards.
Mm-hmm. The Taliban arrested the Pakistan team for kissing each other after scoring a goal.
We covered that game.
Did you?
Yeah. The pundit was Allah Hansen.
Very good.
And Mark Lawrence from Arabia.
Omi, can I ask you, as our representative from the Middle East,
Yes.
what are the tenets of the Taliban faith? What are the attractive qualities? If I wanted to become, if I wanted to join the Taliban gang, I don't know if that's what they call it.
You'd have to change your outfit for a start.
And I'd grow the beard and stuff, but I mean, what do you have to adhere by? Do you know roughly?
I don't know, people talking about the Taliban police, and I always thought that's some kind of weird tribute band.
But sell it to me. I mean, do I get a discount on electrical goods? I mean, do I get 20% off my local harvester? What are the attractive qualities? Joining the gang, the Taliban, the crazy Taliban guys.
There's a very big business in Brian Blessed lookalikes. Lots of Afghanis saying, "How are you? I'm fine."
But am I right in thinking they're very strict out there? They're very strict.
The Taliban is
So,
very
Gary,
strict.
if you're out there playing football, you should be very careful because goal hanging has an entirely different meaning.
So what's it called that when all the women have to wear completely covered apart from their eyes?
Well, there's two, chador or yashmak.
Chador. Does that mean porn mags in that country? It's just eyes, is it?
Yeah, right. Reader's eyes.
Reader's eyes. Shaved eyebrows. Actually, they're not real, they're contact lenses. Actually, opposite of our magazine, where it's only the eyes that are blacked out in some way. They just get the negative of our magazine. What's the other one? Beards?
Well,
kissing.
Kissing? What about football? Did you ever kiss when you were a footballer, Gary?
Only if it was a really good goal.
So never then?
Yeah. It's got to be something to do with Arab scumbag. It's got to be to do with Arabs and beards and...
You've played an Arab scumbag in a film, haven't you, Hamid?
I've been typecast as Arab scumbag. Although I did have a departure in the Bond film.
Oh, right.
Where I played the second Azerbaijani oil pipe foreman.
Did you get paid by the letter for that role?
I reckon it's shorts.
You think it's shorts? Gary, is that what you're going for?
Yes.
So you think Frank was telling the truth? Let's see if you're right.
I think it's beards.
You're right, you're too late. He's right.
That's what I was going to say.
Frank was right. Earlier this year, the Pakistan team were arrested at gunpoint because they were wearing shorts. They were all rounded up and had their heads shaved as punishment. For a while, football was banned altogether by the Taliban and replaced, this is absolutely true, with public executions and mutilations on the pitch every Saturday afternoon. You can see the hilarious outtakes on anti-Taliban sporting bloomers. Afghan society is now so repressed that if a woman shows so much as an inch of flesh, she is set upon by a bearded fanatic. It's an idea they got while watching Rory on Field the Sportsman. And at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points. And Gary's team have 3 points.
David's team are looking good and full of Christmas cheer. Not bad for a mouthy fop and a silver-haired old dear.
By the way, Gail, if you get cold, I've got a nice big soft cuddly jersey that can wrap itself around you over here.